Hello, I'm John Mazza, president of Medallion Pools. Today on this educational video, we're going to talk about one of our main products at Medallion Pools, our in-ground pools. Now, as you know, if you've checked the history of our company, we've been in business since 1960, and we manufacture swim spas, in-ground pools, above-ground pools, and our above-ground pool is the most unique in the world. It can go above ground, half in-ground, all the way in-ground, half and half. It really doesn't matter. But today, we're going to concentrate on the original product we started out with, and that was in-ground pools. Now, Medallion is very, very unique in that we are the only company that we know of that manufactures in-ground pool walls in 2 grades of galvanized steel, a 20 gauge, a 14 gauge, an aluminum wall, and also a stainless steel wall. So we're going to show you some difference in the walls of ours and other pool companies today, so you can make an educational value judgment on what pool you want to purchase. So first, let's start with our wall right here. So, things you'll notice different with our pools than other pools is, rather than having a welded seam here with the vertical supports or on the back, and which we'll show you in just a few minutes, we use a clinching system, which we came out with in the 80s, while other people were still welding their walls. We were using this clinching system. And this is the same system that Detroit uses on assembling automobiles. And this is where we got that machine from the same company that manufactures them for the auto industry. Now, the nice thing about this, it puts a very tiny clinch mark. You'll notice that there's 4 clinch marks here, 2, 2, and 4. Our engineering specifications call for 2, 1, 1, and 2. What we've done is we've doubled what the engineer said we needed to get the strength required for this pool to be in ground. So this is a comfort factor, knowing that we've over-engineered this by twice of what's required by the engineers. The other nice thing about this, the clinch marks on all in-ground pools, wherever there are seams and so forth, most people would like to put a strip of duct tape over it. With our clinching system, this is not even required. Now, our walls come in various heights, depending on the makeup of the wall you get. We manufacture the industry standard, which is a 42-inch wall in height. We also manufacture a 48-inch wall, which very few manufacturers will manufacture. Now, the good thing about that 42-inch wall, it doesn't affect the deep end, obviously, of your pool. But what it does do is it gives you a little bit deeper water in your shallow end. So if you're thinking of buying a flat bottom pool from one of Medallion dealers throughout the world, then you can have a little bit deeper water in your shallow end without having to try to cut and angle and everything else. This is a unique product, and it's become a big seller with us. The other things about our walls is we manufacture them from basically 6 inches to a foot up to 8 foot in length and everything in between. So if you're looking for a custom designed pool, we can manufacture that pool to any dimension you want. If you want a wall that's 5 foot, 6.5 inches, we will manufacture that wall for you without any question. So that gives us some unique abilities that a lot of companies won't do. Some of the things we also do is on our deep ends of our pools, we offer a flat bottom. In other words, it's all one level all the way across that pool. Great for playing volleyball and games in. We offer a 5 foot, 6 foot, and 8 foot pool. Why would we offer so many? Because everybody wants something different. An 8 foot pool, the advantage there is you can put a diving board, certain types of diving boards that meet codes on, and dive. Disadvantage, most of your pool is taking up with deep water. And you have a very small shallow in it. And let's face it, you can only tread water for so long. So most people will always spend most of their time in the shallow end of a pool. So there's the disadvantage. The advantage, like I said, you can have a diving board. The 6 foot pool, disadvantage, you still cannot have a diving board. You really can't walk in 6 feet because it's going to give you 5.5 feet of water. Remember, whenever you talk about pool depth, you're always talking about the overall depth of the pool, less vermiculite, less the amount of water you keep from the top of the pool. So you're probably talking about 5.5 feet of water in a 6 foot pool. So it's, unless you're very, very tall, it's sort of a no man's land, but a lot of people do like that depth. 5 foot pool, disadvantage, you cannot put a diving board on it. However, you can walk in it. Most people can walk in it. It's 4.5 feet of water. So it's the ideal pool for playing games, relaxing, and just having a great time in your pool. It's probably our biggest seller by by 80% to 20% on all the others. So you see some of the versatility that we have. Most manufacturers don't want to do that. They want to sell a cookie cutter pool right off the shelf and not be bothered with anything else. Medallion's different. We feel that you should have the pool that you want. Just like if you're going to build a home, you want that home to meet what you want. So anyway, so you can see what we have on the inside of our wall and what we've talked about, depths and so forth. Now, let's go ahead and walk around to the back side of the pool and see how that looks. Okay, we're back again. Now we're going to talk about our bracing system on our pool, which is very, very unique. Most pool companies put a brace every 8 feet. In other words, they'll go to the panel joints, and then they'll go 8 feet and put another one. More than likely, it's another panel joint, and that's it. On our 20 gauge and our aluminum, we put a brace every 4 feet and or at every panel joint. In other words, wherever there's a panel joint, there's a brace, and we don't go any further than every 4 feet to put a brace. And what does that mean? That means you're getting one of the, if not the strongest pool on the market because of all the braces. Now, your Medallion dealer will pour concrete down at the base of this wall. This is called a concrete collar. Some people like to call it a footing. It's really not a footing. It's a collar in that it's locking the bracing system, the horizontal, and the wall all together. So it's a truly self-supporting wall. It's not relying on the dirt. It's not relying on the water to keep this wall straight. Now, some of the things different about our bracing, we offer the standard turnbuckle braces like everybody else in the world does, but we also offer the unique Medallion slotted brace. It does the exact same thing as the turnbuckle brace. However, it saves the customer, you, a lot of money on the cost of that brace. And you figure with all the braces that go into a pool, if you can take a brace that does the same thing as a turnbuckle, and that turnbuckle, what that does is it adjusts your wall in and out on the top to get it nice and straight. With our unique slot system on the top and the bottom, you do the exact same thing for about half the cost of the brace and still get the same structural support and alignment ability as you did on the turnbuckle brace. But we do offer both, but most people go with this because once it's there and buried, that adjustment is only for lining up the wall. After that, has nothing to do with the strength of the wall itself. Now, you'll also see on the back of our wall, vertical stiffeners. Again, most people put these vertical stiffeners every 4 feet. As you can see on our pool, they're every 2 feet going down. Now, you'll also notice down on the corner, there's not a brace on the corner. That's because the corner filler itself is considered a brace. So when we put bracing in, just like all companies, you start at the corner, we come 4 foot, put a brace, other companies go 8 foot and put a brace. So this shows you right here where the Medallion wall is a much superior wall to just about everybody out there on the market. And this is your assurance that your pool will be there for many, many years for you to enjoy. Now, we're going to take a quick walk, and now we're going to go take a look at our custom stairs that we do for pools. Something unique Medallion does as compared to most companies out on the market. So let's take a walk and take a look at these. Okay, we're back, and we're going to take a look at the types of stairs that Medallion manufactures. Now, a lot of pools that you see, you go to, your friends have, you look at the pool, you see a beautiful pool, and then on the end you see this white step sitting there. And it's a good step. There's nothing in the world wrong with it. But it just doesn't seem to match the pool. Now, Medallion does offer the thermoform stairs. And like I said, they're a good stair. Their liner's cut out around it. This big gasket goes around the liner to keep it, from leaking there. But it just doesn't match. And give you a little history. Back in the 60s and 70s, the only type of stairs out there for vinyl pools were what was called vinyl over. In other words, the vinyl liner went over the stair, and the liner was made to fit that stair. Well, back in the day, the liners didn't have what is known as Tex-Tread on it, which is a material that allows you to still have the same color liner as the rest of your pool, but it's a textured material, so it's a non-slip material. Roll around to the late 70s, early 80s, the thermoformed, or those white stairs we were talking about, came out. And all the contractors loved it because they didn't have to order a special liner. They just set it wherever they wanted, cut the liner out, put the gasket on, and they were done with it. And that prevailed probably up till about 2005, somewhere in that area. And the liner companies, maybe a little later, the liners companies came out with that material we talked about called Textred, which made them a non-slip stair. And as they perfected that more and more, you saw our whole industry slowly turn back around and go to what's called liner over. And that's one of the things that we consider standard with our pool. Now, your dealer might order something different, your Medallion dealer. But what we manufacture and is available with our kits is our liner over. Now, we have all types of them. We're only limited by your imagination, but we're going to show you some standard ones today. All right, our first one is our 6-foot stair. And as you can see, if you have an aluminum pool, this is aluminum. If you have a steel pool, it's steel. And the liner is actually made to fit this and to go up those stairs. It usually has a beautiful fit. Not usually, it has a beautiful fit. And it matches your pool. That's the big thing. People want everything to look like it belongs. And with these stairs, it will. Now, we have a 6-foot stair. We have an 8-foot stair. We can do a 10-foot, 12-foot, you name it, and we can do it. Also with these stairs, we can take stairs similar to this. They're not called recess stair. They're called wall-to-wall stairs. And we can do just about anything you want with those, sun tanners and so forth. And we're going to go look at those in a minute. But the advantage of these stairs is you have all the advantages of the thermoform stair in that it gives you that ability to walk out of your pool rather than using a ladder. But at the same time, it will match your pool, and it will just look so much better for your yard conditions and your landscaping and everything you've done. It's just going to match beautifully. So let's go ahead now, and we'll take a look at what we call the sun tanner lounges. Okay, we're back, and now we're going to look at what we call our wall-to-wall stairs. That means these stairs go from one wall of your pool to the other. They can be, if it's a 16 by 32, you got a 16-foot set of stairs. If it's a 25 by 50, you've got a 25-foot set of stairs. So you get an idea of what we mean by this. Now, they look similar to our other liner over stairs, but the difference with them, like we said, rather than 6-foot or 8-foot, they go the full width of your pool. And your treads can be different widths coming out. If you notice right here, this is a 30-inch sun tanner. You've got about 6 inches of water there, 4 to 6 inches of water, and you can go in here and lay on it with just enough water around you while you're sunning or so forth. This sun tanner can come out basically as far as you want it to come. If you want a small area, say 5 foot for the kids to play in, then you can do that. We have had some of our dealers request that the sun tanner not be here, it'd be a regular step, but the next step come out. So you got a little bit deeper water for people and kids and so forth to play in. So we can do just about anything with these sun tanners. We've even got them where this second step, for example, is down deeper, but it comes around to where these steps can actually continue down your wall if you want. So whatever you can imagine, Medallion can manufacture it for you. And other things, bubblers. If you've ever seen a bubbler, it looks like a volcano coming up. You can put it on these stairs, and they come with different color lights, so at night the water's changing colors and so forth. So there's virtually nothing that we can't manufacture. I always tell everybody we can manufacture 99.9% of what you want in your pool. As long as it meets code, everything has to meet the National Building Code and so forth. But we can do it where, again, most companies want to sell you just something off the shelf, go out, put it in, and be done with it. All right, we've got a few more things to see, and after that, then we'll wrap it on up. Okay, we're back, and we talk all the time about the custom products we can make. Look at this, for example. This is called our Cove. It can go just about anywhere you want it on your pool, shallow in, deep in. You can swim into it, sit down, relax. It can have optional jets that go around that will blow in here like a spa will. And this is some of the many, many optional things that we manufacture. Now, I wished I could show you all the things we manufacture, but this video would probably last 2 days in all the different products we manufacture for a pool. This is a very popular one. I would say 20 to 30% of the pools are now getting this cove in conjunction with the stairs we talked about earlier. The stairs are mainly, like I said, for walking in and out. This is for you and your friends just to come and sit and relax. We've seen customers where they've taken the cove like this, they built the rock grotto over top of it with the waterfall coming down in front of it, so you go out through a waterfall. So there's an unbelievable amount of things that you can do with your pool, with your Medallion pool and the products that we manufacture. Now, we're going to go and look at some more products. Like I said, I can't show all of them because we'll be here forever, but we'll show you a couple of more in this video. Okay, we're going to wrap up today with what we call our freeform pools. Now, you know, we've been talking about we can manufacture anything you want and so forth. Don't get me wrong. The bulk of our pools that we manufacture are standard 16 by 32 rectangles, 18 by 36, 20 by 40s, 4-foot radius, 2-foot radius corners, your basic pool, which those are the pools that are sold the majority of in the country. But we emphasize the other shapes because some people want something different in their yard. And, you know, so we try to do what the customer wants. And so the last thing we're going to talk about today is the freeform pools. And give you an example. What a freeform pool is basically it's not your standard rectangle pool. It has different shapes and curves and so forth through it. So it's a free form going around. And what you see right here is what's called a 4-foot radius. Now, this can be in a standard rectangle pool. This can be in each one of your corners. And now that rectangular pool is going to give you some curves to it for a minimal amount of additional cost. You're starting to get towards getting those free-forming walls in your pool. We have these at 2-foot, 4-foot, and virtually just about anything you want. But 2-foot and 4-foot are the most popular. We can keep going, and you can see right here, this is a Roman end wall right here. This wall goes all the way around, just like you've seen many, many times, a Roman wall, but with a little curve thrown to it. We did custom stairs up through the middle of it. So we can do this with Roman walls, curved walls, Grecian, freeform, you name it, we can put the stairs in there as well. So the whole point of what I'm getting to is we can manufacture you a basic pool, or we can go to the extreme of just about anything you want. The quality is there. We've been here since 1960. We're the oldest swimming pool manufacturer in the country, operating for that number of years under the same name. This is a third generation pool company. The third generation is in there. Obviously, I'm not the third generation, I'm the second generation, but the third generation has been in this industry 26 years as of 2018. So the longevity is there, the future is here, our products are second to none, and we hope you'll contact your local pool dealer, Medallion pool dealer in your area, or contact us directly and we'll get you in contact with a local Medallion dealer. We have dealers everywhere from Maine throughout the continental United States, even down into South America. We sell in Europe, over to Hawaii. So you name it, our pools are everywhere just about in the world. Thank you for watching this video. We certainly appreciate it, and we hope we can serve you in the near future. Thank you.